A well-designed street contributes to our sense of place. Multiple means of transit gives us the freedom to choose how we travel. And a wide range of housing options ensures anyone from anywhere can call our great city home. Transportation, mobility, housing. These are the interdependent building blocks of a livable and equitable city. Our infrastructure, our streets and sidewalks, access to transit, access to a range of housing prices and options determines how well the city is serving you and your family. No longer will the city view these as three separate silos. Instead, we are working hard to better integrate them citywide. First, let me address mobility and transportation. Innovations in transportation technology are rapidly changing, sometimes faster than they can be implemented. Electric vehicles need more places to plug into and recharge in our city. Autonomous vehicles are already being tested on our region's roads. And in the not too distant future, robotic distribution devices will be zooming along our sidewalks, and they will pose their own set of challenges. So much is changing in this space, it will directly impact our community, starting in our downtown. Cities need to focus not just on what is available now, but also navigate what's expected ahead. We've added new micro-mobility options, such as MoGo Bike Share. We're also looking at better designs for our bus transit stops, so people can have a better experience waiting for and getting on the bus. Another big change we're expecting is in deliveries and pickups downtown. From restaurants and retail offering curbside pickup to ride-sharing services, to a higher demand in delivery trucks to make curbside deliveries, more vehicles are making more stops for more reasons. And while technology is evolving, people still love the classics. I have seen more people leaving their cars behind for walking, riding their bikes, or rollerblading, or skateboarding to get around the community. It's time to take a good long look at what we plan for next, because our priorities are changing. The pandemic has made it more apparent how important outdoor space is right now. Not just our parks, but our streets and sidewalks too. In partnership with our neighbors to the north, hey Pleasant Ridge, sorry Canada, we are incorporating the recommendations of the 2019 Woodward Biking and Safety Audit. And for the last 10 years, Ferndale has been upgrading our streets and sidewalks, even adding walking paths to our parks to make living here more enjoyable. And in the last 5 years, the city has built upon the successes of our first non-motorized plan called Ferndale Moves. But we can still do a lot more. So many residents have voiced safety concerns navigating across Woodward, especially our residents with personal mobility impairments and limitations. This is why I have championed safe and inclusive street design, because I believe that accessibility, walkability, and bikeability are important community values. However you get around, the first step starts at home. And this is why access to a wide range of housing options is interdependent with mobility and transportation. Individuals and families make decisions about where they live with available travel choices in mind, and the costs associated with both. For example, if you wanted to lead a car-free lifestyle, then getting to a bus stop or being able to bike to work becomes critical. We all know that it's getting harder for students, seniors, working professionals, and new families making $50,000 or less to afford to rent or purchase their new home in Ferndale. After a year of data analysis and community engagement, City Council recently adopted the Affordable and Inclusive Housing Plan. This plan details policy and actions that City Council need to prioritize in order to create and preserve affordable housing. Before the pandemic, the nation was experiencing a housing crisis, which there is concern that it will only deepen. So this new housing framework will help steer us forward with our county, state, and federal partners to make sure that everyone can afford to live in Ferndale.
I volunteer for the Planning Commission, and I've been on the Planning Commission for 16 years, and I've lived in Ferndale for 27 years. Planning Commission reviews site plans for developments that come in that are outside of what our planning department reviews. So if there's anything to check against our guidelines for parking, density, use, we review that and make sure it's in line with our requirements. My proudest achievement on the Planning Commission is working on master plan updates, which we do pretty regularly, about every 5 years. It involves community input and takes a temperature of what's working and what's not, and then we can set a vision with that with our zoning updates. My favorite city project that I've worked on is the library renovation. It really brought a lot of ideas from the community. I think some great things came out of it, like the reading garden on the backside, building the community room up on the front with a lot of glazing so that anyone going by can see it's a really active space. And I like the green roof or the planted roof because you can see it from the street, and to me it symbolizes that Ferndale is interested in sustainability and it's showcasing that on its own building. Ferndale to me means community, just all the great people around here. You don't have to go far for anything, shops, activities, really a beautiful space.
Recently, the city launched community engagement activities to get feedback on our new mobility plan. I hope you, like Krista, will lend your voice to help shape what the next set of improvements will look like. We expect big shifts in the near future, and the city really does need your help. Through all of it, the upgrades, the new additions, the renovations, the wet cement, the one thing that doesn't change is you. People make a community. Our eclectic culture and our collective quirkiness are because of you. And Ferndale will always be Ferndale, and our progress does not erase our history.